friends. This is Guitar Journal and first part actually. Hope you checked the introduction. This morning when I woke up, I was thinking, what should I practice next? And actually, that's the thing today, what I'm going to talk to you about practicing. What is practicing? Usually, how I felt during these years, what I've been playing and what I've been teaching, is that there are lots of guitarists who maybe doesn't realize what is practicing and what is playing. And you could say those are different things, and even you can say completely different things. And what I mean is, if I put it straight, when you are practicing, you are really doing something what you can't really do well, and you are really thinking and using your brain what you are doing, and you are concentrating, you are using things like metronome, Compás metronome, stuff like that, and you are focusing what you are doing. And if you are really wise, you have some kind of plan in your mind that what are you going to practice and do today, and tomorrow same thing, and tomorrow same thing, and blah blah blah. And of course during the weeks and days those things can change a bit, but there are many things what you can use to help you to keep your practicing routine in a good path. But yeah, when you are playing, it means more or less that you are playing the things what you already can do, and you can enjoy those things, and you are just playing, having fun with your guitar. That's the thing. And if you want to make progress and become a good player, if you realize these things, that you should separate practicing and playing in some level, it usually helps you a lot that you start to make real progress. And also these really important things what you should realize, or how I think what you should realize maybe, is that it's a cliche, it's a total cliche, but that's why it's a cliche, because you have to love the path, the road, and not the results. The results will come when you are on a good path and when you are doing these things well, when you are practicing well, and you are really concentrating what you are doing and stuff like that. So, and this is usually the most difficult part for many of us. Every one of us will struggle in sometimes during their life with these issues that I'm too tired to practice, or I don't want to practice at the moment this exercise, I just want to play these things what I already know, and blah blah blah. And you may have seen memes and these jokes, for example in the social media, that there are, for example, a circle, and there's it's like a one really small pizza slice there, which is like 1%, and the other percent is green, and that 1% slice is red. And it's the green part stands for this is the time guitarists spend their time playing the things they already can do. And the red part is naturally the guitarists really practicing the things they can do and learning new stuff. And those are actually, they get into the point really well, because it doesn't matter if you are really advanced or if you are a beginner or intermediate, whatever is your level. It doesn't matter. The rules and the philosophy is more or less the same. Of course, there are some differences, that's natural, but the main lines still stay the same. And for example, I can give you a challenge. For example, if these things are not really familiar to you, for example, take 1 month and try to practice 5 days in a week, and you don't have to spend too much time. You can even just spend like a 15 minutes Of course, it would be better if you could play, for example, 1 hour, five times during a week. But whatever is good for you, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, or even more. But what you are going to do, just write on the paper. For example, I have been doing this for years, like at least 25 years, more or less. I have a piece of paper in my guitar case. Usually there are 5 to 7 different exercises. For example, number 1, abanico. Number 2, rajeos with the fingers. Number 3, arpeggio. Usually I use a couple of different exercises. And the 4th could be picao. And the 5th one would be thumb and, for example, alzapua or thumb scales or whatever. And it's a and I have this, it's like a postcard size, really small piece of paper. I have it in my guitar case. So every time I open my guitar case and I start to practice, I pick up this paper and I put it in front of me, and then I don't have to think at all that what should I do today. Because there are a lot of days when I don't have the imagination that or inspiration that I can find some new exercises, or I can improvise some new exercises or whatever. There are lots of these days that I just grab the piece of paper and I at least do those things. And after that point, I usually start to learn new songs, new falsettos, or then I have to repeat something I have to play. For example, today I have to play this evening I have to play concert with singer Anna Murtola. And those materials I already know, of course, quite well. But anyway, I have been practicing those already this morning. And after that practicing session, I did this video. But before that, I made technical exercises, and then I repeated those stuff what I'm going to play this evening. But yeah, so this is quite good guideline. For example, it works for me. I don't know if it works for you, but I recommend that you could try that. Just piece of paper, couple of exercises there, and every time you are playing, practicing, you grab the piece of paper and you check what I will do. And after a couple of weeks, it might take 2 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks, then you usually start to feel the development, that your fingers are starting to work a little bit better with the exercise. Maybe even quicker. But anyway, when you have the feeling, then you can maybe use it even more, the same exercises, or you can switch it to another exercise. For example, if you're doing an arpeggio exercise, I don't know, for example, this is a really classic thing, like this. Then you can switch, for example, you start to play these double things, or you can switch the direction, whatever, and remember to use metronome. And what I already mentioned a little bit, that usually the most difficult part, the trickiest one, is to keep that routine on. And it's in everywhere, especially nowadays when you have the social media and different kind of things, what will destroy your concentration, or that you are not focused or anything. I recommend that don't use your cell phone or tablets or anything when you are practicing. If it's necessary that you use metronome with the cell phone, just use it, yeah. But when you are practicing, forget that social media. Anything that can interrupt you or destroy your focus or anything, those won't help. And these are really big challenges nowadays. I know there are lots of guitarists who are really, really motivated to practice, and they are doing the job really, really well. And they have a really unbelievable high technique or understanding of music or whatever. But yeah, remember that if you can practice even 3 days in a week, like Monday, Wednesday, or Friday or Saturday, it would be better on Friday or Saturday. If you are practicing on Monday, then maybe not on Sunday. But of course you can play, but I'm just putting out some examples that how you can put your these rehearsals together, that you have a little bit time between those sessions, but you are still doing it continuously. it's much better that you play like half an hour 4 days in a week compared that you just play 2 hours on Monday and that's it. It's you have to keep it going on day after day, so then your reflexes will form and then you will do progress a lot more. And there are many different ways how you can try to keep that routine. And one way is, of course, that you just write in your calendar, cell phone or paper calendar, whatever you are using, practicing. And the other thing, when you start to practice, you are not starting to just noodle whatever you can do. You focus that you are going to practice. You maybe a little bit warm up slowly, test your fingers how they feel today, and then you just pick up your first exercise, what it could be. For example, racheo. You start slowly, you warm up your fingers as I mentioned, then you grab some simple chord progression, for example this basic solea. You try it a couple of times and then you put the metronome on and then you start to play with the metronome. And when you start to feel that this goes now as smoothly as I can do it, then you switch to another exercise. And all the time you concentrate. You don't play falsettos or some trying to whatever music between those exercises. You concentrate 100% every time what you are doing. And after half an hour, after 1 hour, how long it ever takes, how long you want to spend your time in practicing, then you are done. And then you can start to play some other music. But this is the thing. I usually like to compare it to when, for example, when you are going to the gym, for example. You have some kind of program when you are doing the things well, I mean. You have a certain type of program, then you repeat it like 3 times in a week. It takes 1 hour, 45 minutes, whatever. Or if you want to do more progress, it's sometimes better that you go 4 times, but with the gym it's more or less the maximum, especially if you are beginner or intermediate. Maybe I've read a lot about that the 3 is maybe the maximum what you should spend their time. But yeah, with the guitar it's a little bit different thing. The philosophy is the same, but you can, for example, play 4 to 5 days every week easily. I mean 1 hour each session, or a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, however you feel. But this is the thing, that when people, if you think that you go to the gym and every time you do something, you don't know what, you just try these things and whatever exercises, you might not do any progress after a couple of months. But when you start really think what you are doing, you are making plans, and you are stuck to it, then it will start to do progress. Yeah, I assume you all understand this. But once more, the most difficult part is how many of us can really do it. The things, the pieces what you should do, those are actually in the end, those are quite simple things to remember. The most difficult part is who of us can do it every week, every month, every year. The same things, keep on practicing. Who? But I also could say that maybe it's a good thing that there's not so many people actually who can practice so much and so, how you say, regularly. Because if everyone could do this, there would be quite a lot of competition. And yeah, the concert houses and gigs would be full of musicians. But yeah, anyway, this is a joke, of course, but you understand what I mean. So, but this was the ideas, or this was the issue, the topic, what I was thinking this morning and today. Actually, I've been thinking this quite a lot. But now I wanted to share these ideas with you guys. And remember to subscribe, and please give me a thumbs up if you want to. It helps with the algorithm, as I mentioned. And if you want to ask something about practicing, I mean my opinions, these are only my opinions, how I felt at this moment. Maybe after 10 years I have a little bit different perspective again, because it changes when you are more and more experienced, and so on. But yeah, just if you have questions, if you want to mention something or anything, just write them down in the comment section, and keep on practicing, do it well. See you.